the other day in the Washington Post about National Public Radio in the United States. Their top editor, Michael Oreskes, had to step down, one of the many people who has. And a woman who had experienced harassment from him was quoted as saying this: "The worst part of my whole encounter with Oreskes wasn't the weird offers of room service lunch or the tongue kiss, but the fact that he utterly destroyed my ambition." That basically the harassment influences the whole career trajectory of these women, and I guess that's part of what you would put in the double burden.
Well, I think that it can absolutely freeze you, because every time you think of another place to try or another avenue that you want to open up for your career, you wonder if you're going to meet the same kind of ham-fisted idiot that you ran into the first time. Like, what's going to be the price of admission to the next stage of your career? And you may just conclude that it's not worth it. Or you may decide that you're going to take time out and go back to school or do something else and just never get back on that career path because it seems just a lot saner to be somewhere else.
Right. So, and we of course could think of other costs to the woman in terms of all the health impacts, and as you mentioned, the post-traumatic stress, the loss of income and things like that. If we were then to turn to organizations and society, how would you think about the costs associated of sexual harassment when we now move beyond the individual person to the broader sets of communities?
I think if we're looking at the communities that are around the woman herself, then there's obviously going to be a great impact on the woman's family and friend network and the network of supports that she may already have in place for herself, because they will be burdened with the extra need of care, or she will be so harmed by this that she won't be able to take proper part in her old networks anymore. As far as the workplace itself is concerned, the reputation of such a place will get around. People will be less interested in applying for work there. You may see people just quietly leaving, voting with their feet. And you may especially see that, I think that the youngest people will still keep coming to such organizations because they are not on a warning network. But if there is an established harasser in any workplace, then that person is going to be known to his workmates and known to the women in the organization, who will warn other women who are their peers or near peers. And so the pattern emerges that there is the creep in the corner office, everybody else avoids him, and the women who are the most vulnerable to him are the ones who come in as summer students. And so the level and the type of sexual harassment that goes on in the organization may actually get worse because there are no mechanisms in place to deal with the guy in the corner office.
Right.